Welcome to the Fifth Down. I'm Travis Kozek.
And I'm Jeff Schaffer. For squads like Whittemore, Prescott, and Johannesburg-Lewiston, they could rest easy heading into Week 9, knowing their ticket to the postseason has already been punched.
That's right, but for a couple of North Star League teams, a win tonight would be the difference between cleaning out their lockers and preserving their season for at least one more week. We start in Maya with the Thunderbolts looking to earn their 12th straight playoff berth tonight against Rogers City. In the first, we're tied at 8 when Bryson Viewers decides he'd like to do it himself. He takes off, and he's fast. Look at it. That guy just goes.
He is and certainly fast. He found his way around the D there.
He goes down just before the goal line, but don't worry. He takes it in there, and that puts Mile up 16-8. Rogers City not going away, though. The defense tells Devers, you like being in the end zone so much, stay there. Devers gets taken down by what looks like half of Presque Isle County. That cuts the Huron deficit to 6, and they just keep coming. Ensuing kickoff, Evan Lamb fields it, and I think we'll change his name from Lamb to Horse because he gets on his horse and rides.
He's a workhorse.
Into Mayo territory, and they just keep coming. As you see, Lamb finishes what he started, getting into the end zone, and that puts Rogers City up 17-16, but the home squad kicked it into gear after that. Bradley Rhodes hooks up with Colton McGregor for the score, putting the home team back up 7, and in the second half, the Bolts blew it open, taking this one 54-24, and keeping their playoff streak alive.
I'm guessing Jim Gitternelk had some choice words for his team, considering how strong they came out after the break there.
Absolutely. Now, AuGres-Sims looking to be the second North Star League team to make it to the playoffs. And in the first, Cody Yoakum goes straight up the gut and churns on the Jets and finds pay dirt, and the Wolverines go up 8-zip, so they're well on their way. But the home team answers back. When you need some yards, give it to the big fella. Donovan Fauché barrels his way for the first down, and the Owls are threatening. And then a few plays later, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The Owls go back to Fauché, who pounds it in from a yard out, and that cuts the AuGres lead to 2. We jump it ahead to the second now. AuGres up 10, and they start to sneak away here. Austin DeWald is the man on D. He snags the Owl fumble out of midair, setting up his team in Oscoda territory. And this time, the Wolverines wasting little time cashing in. Ryan Caulfield sneak hit his way in for the score. That puts the Wolverines up 18, and AuGres didn't let up the rest of the way. They roll over Oscoda 50-12, and they also clinch their spot in the postseason.
Clutch performances by the Wolverines and Thunderbolts to clinch playoff berths tonight. Now, meanwhile, up in Onaway, the Cardinals had a chance to guarantee their own playoff spot, but were unable to stop Pelston. They dropped their 3rd straight contest, but the Cardinals from Johannesburg-Lewiston will be flying high heading into the postseason, winners of 6 straight following tonight's 42-0 win over Pelston. Mitch Hardy led the Cards' offensive attack with 161 yards and 3 scores.
Now in Standish, it was a rough ending to a rough season for Tawas as the Braves dropped their final contest of the year 41-6 and finished 1-8 on the season. And it was a rough night for the Huron Shores Conference champions as well. Whittemore Prescott unable to get on the scoreboard until the 4th quarter as they fall to Reese 26-6.
The Atlanta Huskies were not very kind hosts to the boys from Gaylord St. Mary, taking down the Snowbirds 60-20. And in Hale, the Hillman Tigers closed their season out strong with a 16-zip shutout over the Eagles. Michael Shansky led the way for the Tigers D, racking up 18 tackles as Hillman ends the regular season at 5-4.
It's been a rough year for the Alpena Wildcats, but Jason Doobie's squad got a chance to wrap up the year in front of its home fans.
Yeah, that's right. The Wildcats hosting Ogemaw Heights to finish the regular season. This one started late, was delayed by weather, but eventually they got things going. Ogemaw up 7-0 when we pick it up, and Brandon Benyak adds to that lead for the Falcons, gets some space around the outside and into the end zone. 14-zip Ogemaw.
Zoom.
He's got some speed as well. We were talking about fast players earlier. Second quarter now, the Cats find their way onto the scoreboard as Ashton Deaver. He's pretty fast too. He finds a lane and takes it in. Cuts the lead in half at 14-7. A little bit later, looks like the Falcons going to punch another one in, but they forgot the football. They fumble it just short of the goal line, and the Wildcats pounce on it. Guess who? It's Deaver who emerges from the pile with the ball. So Alpena takes some momentum back, and then they go right back to Deaver as he finds some more space, jumping through tackles, breaking tackles. He eventually did take this one all the way to the house. Trust me, he made it all the way to the end zone, and he's a little out of breath, as you can understand. He practically ran the entire field. on the play. The extra point, though, was no good. 14-13 Ogemaw. The Falcons find the end zone again before the break to make it 21-13 at halftime, and then Ogemaw Heights opened it up after the break as the Falcons go on to win this one big in Alpena's season finale.
Rough season for the Wildcats.
Yeah.
Maybe they can turn it around.
Yeah, it looked like, I mean, you know, it's tough when you get a guy like Ashton Deaver. You know, he showed that he can make some plays, but, yep, a rough one for the Wildcats. Now let's check out some 8-man football. Posen hosting Owendale-Gagetown to wrap up the regular season. Bulldogs took an early 8-0 lead, but the home team answers as Brandon Dietz breaks a long TD run. A lot of long runs this evening from our local teams. The two-point conversion no good. It's 8-6 Bulldogs, and then Jordan Kane answers for Owendale. That makes it 16-6, but they just kept going back and forth all night long. And this fake faked me out. They gave it to Nick Hinska, who finds the end zone. So Posen keeping things close. That made it 16-12. Then Kane breaks another run. He's eventually taken down just short of the end zone, but Kane is able to punch it in and make him score 24-12. Posen, though, not giving up. Second quarter now. Travis Sharp gets the reverse. Some more trickery here from the Vikings. And Sharp finds the end zone. Again, this two-point conversion was good, so Posen cuts the lead to 4. But then the Bulldogs go to the mighty Quinn Smith. Powers in to make it 32-20. The shootout continued all night long out in Posen. The Vikes, though, fall just short as the Bulldogs go on to win this one 78-74.